back to Done Science. Today we have the student Jacob with us today, and today we're going to demonstrate what are the main differences between a chemical and a physical change. So a physical change is kind of like Play-Doh. When you take a piece of Play-Doh, you mold it and shape it into a different form. It is still just Play-Doh. You have not changed the chemical composition of Play-Doh. But on a chemical change, it's when you mix two substances together and then a chemical reaction occurs. And that reaction can be fizzing, bubbling, explosions, change of color. But really the whole atomic structure of the two compounds, when they combine, they form a completely different substance and it's irreversible. So today we're going to demonstrate a simple one called elephant toothpaste. And for this experiment, what we are going to use is a strong hydrogen peroxide, which you can purchase at any beauty supply store. This one is 30%. We're going to put about half a cup in it into a container. Please make sure that you also have a container to control the reaction in, because things tend to get messy. All right, so now Jacob is going to pour in dish detergent. Okay, good. And about one or two drops of food coloring. And give it a swirl, Jacob. Give it a swirl. So this is a solution of potassium iodate, and Jacob is now going to pour it in, and we are going to watch to see if a chemical or physical change occurs. Okay, and you can actually even feel it. So what is happening? Oh no, I hope it doesn't overflow. Okay, this is why we have the container, boys and girls. And an overflow sink also. So if you can see this, actually, this is a major...
It's steaming.
It's steaming. What else do you notice?
It overflowed the box.
It overflows. What do you notice right here? Right, put your hand here. What do you feel?
It's bubbling.
It's bubbling. What about temperature?
Yeah, it got hotter.
It got hotter, right? So would you consider this a chemical or physical change, Jacob?
Chemical change.
Okay, why? How do you know?
It's overflowing, it's steaming, there's bubbling, and it's changing temperature.
Okay, good. And can we reverse this? Can we make this going back to being soap and water and food coloring and the solution that we made out of?
No.
No. Okay, so this is a good example, a fun example also of how a chemical reaction occurs and how to identify it. What do you think happens to vinegar when you combine baking soda to it or baking powder? So right now we're going to do a little experiment demonstrating whether a physical or chemical change occurs during this reaction, and Jacob is here to help us today.
Hi.
So Jacob, what we're going to do is we are going to use our test tubes, our flasks, and our reagents to combine them together to see if a chemical or physical reaction occurs. Okay, so in our first, we have 4 test tubes right here, and we're going to label them 1A, 2A, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. In the A's, we are going to combine 10 milliliters of vinegar. Okay, you can add that. 10 milliliters into 1A. 1A, yeah, correct. And then we're also going to add 10 milliliters into 2A. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to switch graduate cylinders, because that one has the vinegar in it. We're going to add 10 milliliters of water to 1B, and also 10 milliliters of water into 2B. There you go. Now for the fun part. Now we have 4 balloons, and we are going to add our powdered substances into the balloons, and then we are going to dump them in and wait to see if a chemical reaction occurs. So in the 1A and the 1B, we are going to put 1 teaspoon of baking powder into each one. Okay, so you just open it up. Jacob?
shoot.
Oh, that one broke. Okay, we have extra. Let's do this over the sink, so any spillage goes over here. So just put it over the sink. Okay, good. Okay, and now the next one. Over the sink. Okay, so then we could just add these now to the top of the beakers. Test tubes, like so. And in the next two, what we are going to be adding is baking soda. It's okay if some of it overflows. And then we need one more. Here, you could add it. Take that. Okay, and add it to here.
Or drop it down.
Just drop it. It's okay if we make a little bit of mess. It's science. Science is messy.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're gonna put this over here. And this experiment is mostly kitchen items. You can find them in every household kitchen. So if it gets a little messy or gets a little dirty, nothing is very, very serious. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to dump the powdered into the liquid and observe to see if a chemical or physical change occurs. Okay, so Jacob, you could do the first one. Okay, and sometimes I like to do this little flick of the beaker. Okay, so that one. All right, Jacob, you could do this. So notice what is happening, Jacob.
It's bubbling.
It's bubbling. Do you hear anything?
Yeah, it's like sizzling.
It's sizzling. It's fizzing. Okay,
Yeah.
you could try this one. Dump this one. And hold it here. Hold it here. Yeah, and then flick it. Okay, so good. Keep going. So that is the water, right, and the baking soda.
Yeah.
Is anything happening?
No.
Not really, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing is really happening.
Okay, so now this is the baking powder with the vinegar.
Okay, so it's fizzing, it's bubbling, and it's blowing up the balloon.
Okay, good. So chemical or physical change?
There's a chemical change.
And the last one. Okay, the last one should be water and baking powder again.
No, nothing is really happening. It's a physical change.
It's a physical change. All right, so what you can see here from this experiment is that there were two chemical reactions, because you could see that there was a release of gas, there was bubbling, there was fizzing, and the balloons blew up. On the other hand, you could see that this was only a physical change because nothing really happened. You could see after a while that the water will settle to the top, and the powder will settle to the bottom, and you could separate these. You can make these back to what they were. However, right here, for this one with the vinegar and baking soda, you cannot make this one go back into its former products. It is a completely new substance. It's a completely new chemical change with a new atomic structure. So, Jacob, do you have any questions? No?
No.
Did you enjoy this
Yeah.
first lab experiment? Yeah, it was fun. All right, so please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Okay, bye. Take this and evaporate the water, and then
Probably should have gotten that out before you.
No, that's fine. We have breakage, people. Major breakage.
Wow.
Remember we tried these balloons before?